Hello everyone and welcome back to another anatomy video. Today we are going to talk about the comparative anatomy of the carpal joint in different animal species, from the camel to the dog. So let's get started. Now firstly we will describe the bony structures of the carpus in the camel, and after that we will compare these structures with that one of the equine, of the bovine, of the sheep and dog. So now let's look at this one here. We have the distal forelimbs of the camel. This is a cranial view, as you can see. So we are facing the animal, and here we can see the distal extremity of the radius and ulna, the carpal bones and the metacarpal bones. So before we go and talk about the carpal bones, let's move to this side here. In this case, this is, as we said before, the distal part of the radius. More on the lateral side, as you can see here, we have the distal end of the ulna. And this bones articulates actually with the proximal row of the carpal bones. So in general, the carpal bones are divided into two rows. This is the proximal row and this is the distal row. In the proximal row, we have 4 carpal bones. We have to start labeling, or naming the carpal bones always from the medial side to the lateral side. So that means in this case we will start with this one here. This is the radial carpal bone. So if you look at that one from the medial side to the lateral side, this is the same bone. This is the radial carpal bone. Radial carpal bone. The next one here located in the middle is the intermediate carpal bone. That one located on the lateral side is the ulnar carpal bone. And if we move a little bit caudally here, we can see the accessory carpal bone. This is the accessory carpal bone. So if we look at the caudal view here, we can notice that the accessory carpal bone is located caudolaterally. So if we can see it, actually this is something we can palpate on live animals. So if you find it, so that means this is the lateral surface and the other one is the medial surface. In the caudal view here, this is the proximal row of the carpal bones we have here. Medially we have the radial carpal bone, in the middle we have the intermediate carpal bone, and on the lateral side we have the ulnar carpal bone, and caudolaterally, as we said, we have the accessory carpal bone. Let's move now to the cranial view one more time. So the distal row of carpal bones includes 3 bones in the case of the camel here. We have to start from the medial side. Here we have to mention that the first carpal bone is absent in the camel. So we have to start with the second one. This small bone found on the medial surface here is the second carpal bone. The next one is the third carpal bone, and that one on the lateral side is the fourth carpal bone. Or we can name them as carpal bone number 2, number 3, and number 4. And after that, of course, the distal row here articulates with the metacarpal bones, as you can see here. So quickly, this is the radius, this is the ulna. We have the radial carpal bone, the intermediate carpal bone, the ulnar carpal bone, and of course, caudolaterally we have the accessory carpal bone. The distal row includes the second carpal bone, the third and the fourth carpal bones. Number 1 is absent in the camel. And let me here just tell you that this is the same situation, similar to that one of the equine. So in the equine we have the same divisions or the same bones of the carpal joint. Okay, and now let's move and talk about the comparative anatomy of the carpal joint. We talked about that one of the camel, so this is the carpal bones of the camel. So let's move now and talk about the carpal bones of the horse. As I said before, they are exactly or similar to that one of the camel in the way that there are 2 rows. So in the proximal row we have the from medial to lateral, we have the radial carpal bone, intermediate carpal bone, and the ulnar carpal bone more caudolaterally there. I will show you later. We have the accessory carpal bone. Perhaps now like this. Here the accessory carpal bone located caudolaterally. In the distal row, here we have 3 bones. The first one is also absent on the medial surface. Here we can see the second carpal bone, and this is the carpal bone number 3, and carpal bone number 4 is here. And after that, of course, we have the metacarpal bones. So let's look at that one, the ox. If we take that one here, you can see that they are also arranged in 2 rows. The proximal one has also 4 carpal bones. The radial carpal bone is here, intermediate carpal bone, ulnar carpal bone, and if we move to the caudal view, here we have the accessory carpal bone located also caudolaterally. So they are similar to, in the names of this bone, similar to the camel and the horse. If we move to the distal row, as you can see here, we can find just 2 bones. The first one here is big and represents actually both the second and the third carpal bone. So that means the second and the third carpal bones are fused in the ox, as you can see here, and here we have the carpal bone number 4. So distal row has just 2 bones. The first one here medially is big, is the fusion of the second carpal bone and the third carpal bone, and here we have the 4th carpal bone, and after that, of course, the metacarpal bones. If we look at that one of the sheep, for example, as we described before, the sheep is a small ox, so that means we have the same situation. So just the distal row consists of 2 carpal bones. The medial one is actually the fusion of the carpal bone number 2 and 3, and number 4 located laterally. If we move to the dog, here we have the right. This is the right forelimb of the dog. Of course, as we described before in previous video, so here we can see how the ulna and the radius are completely separated. There is a small joint between them here. And with regards to the carpal bones, if you look exactly, so as we said, we have to start from the medial side to the lateral side. Where the medial side? The medial side where we have the radius. The ulna is located laterally. That means we have to start from here. So under the radius in the proximal row, we have the radial carpal bone. This is the radial carpal bone. If we move a little bit here in the middle, we have the intermediate carpal bone, and of course, I just want to tell you that there are no borders between them. That means the radial carpal bone is fused also with the intermediate carpal bone in the dog. The same for the cat. And here under the ulna, we have the ulnar carpal bone. Again, in the proximal row here, the first 2 bones, which are the radial carpal bone and the intermediate carpal bone, are fused in carnivores, while here on the lateral side we have the ulnar carpal bone, and caudolaterally again we have the accessory carpal bone. With regards to the distal row, as you can see here, all carpal bones are present. In this case, let's go to the medial surface again. Here we have the first, this is the first carpal bone, is a small bone located on the medial side. So carpal bone number 1, this is number 2, number 3, and finally we have on the lateral side here the carpal bone number 4. And after that, of course, we have the metacarpal bones. In general, in the dog here, we have also 5 metacarpal bones. This is the metacarpal bone number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's look at that one here in the caudal view. Here we can see caudolaterally the accessory carpal bone. The ulnar carpal bone will be there under the accessory. Here, the huge one here is the radial carpal bone fused with the intermediate carpal